Welcome to video 3 of the XML Port series, and today we are going to look at how to export from the variable text format. I've decided to separate the one for exporting in XML because they're quite different, so this will be the among maybe the shortest video in this series because it will be very fast. We imported, but we'd like to export using the same import XML that we used and preview the data that we have exported. So when you if you haven't, the other thing is that this series is a continuation. It is building up from the previous videos. So if you haven't been able to watch the previous video, and you should be at least conversant with importing. If not, then kindly take time and watch the previous video of this series because we are picking it up from where we stopped. So in the previous video, we imported the data that is displayed on the screen here, and we definitely used the CSV comma delimited format to import the data into our XML port.
Hii ni Tech na Msangi ya jishinde.com.
So this is the button, the page action that we used to import or export to this particular page, list page. So if I click on the import stroke export, there's a direction property that we can select. The one that we used initially was the import because we imported into this page. So we'd like now to use the export direction, and the properties of an XML port, we definitely have the one for direction. Either it's import or export or both. So you can either explicitly specify this direction for either import, export, or both, where both is the default. And if we had said that this is an import only XML port, then it will restrict any export. But for us, we stuck to both, meaning that we can be able to now use it for export. So it will export the data that we have, and we still have the option of entering the filters to filter the data set during export, and we can be able to choose what we'd like to only export. For instance, you can say we just want to export the request pages, this description. But for now, let's just export everything and be able to preview it in Excel. So it's simple. You just click export, okay. And so once you export, you can go directly to your Excel and open. When you open, you click Control O and then you open from your Excel. Then you go to the location of the file where the download location of your browser. Once you're in the download location of your browser, just click on Next. So there is a text import wizard that will be generated, and so it will be able to separate your data in the format that will be easily readable to the user. So we are trying to look at the delimiters that are delimited by our data. By default, it has chosen the tab delimiter, but our data is a comma separated value, which is a comma delimited value. And once we click on the comma, we can see a preview of the data, clearly separating the three columns that is the number, description, and the amount which we imported. So this is the preview of the data. So it's good to preview and see how the columns will be arranged. So you can go to next and choose maybe the format for each column and finish. So I'll leave it to general, which will basically convert numeric to numbers, date values to dates, and all the other remaining values to text. And I'll finish. So we have our XML format, our XML export our CSV, let me say XML port CSV exported file, well separated and well previewed in Excel in a format that can be readable. So this is a specific export only for the CSV comma delimited. So in the next video, we'll look at the exporting an XML format and see the data that will be displayed for an XML export. So we will use this same table that we are using for XML ports. We'll create an XML port and export, and we're using the XML format. So see you there.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.